Well, hello there. Colleen here. Today I am making dressing for Caesar salad, and I actually started the Pantry challenge on Monday when I made red beans and rice using pinto beans instead of red beans. I've been eating that as leftovers. And then yesterday I made broccoli cheese soup. When I had gone to Aldi, I picked up a package of cream cheese just because it was a really good price. And I really didn't have a use for it. And then I remembered a broccoli cheese soup recipe that used that. So I managed to get rid of a package of frozen broccoli and that cream cheese. Oh, I have some lemon here. I'm squeezing into the bowl, trying to get this started. So I've been wanting to make Caesar salad. It's something my daughter used to like a lot when we went to an Italian restaurant. And we don't go there anymore, so she hasn't had it in a long time. So I'm thinking she'll enjoy this for lunch tomorrow. And I'm just kind of going nuts with how full my refrigerator and freezer and pantry are. So it doesn't make sense to go shopping. I don't have room for anything. And there's nothing I really need, so I decided I'm just gonna figure out ways to use what I have. I guess I get caught up in the low prices of things. I was thinking tonight I'll make that frozen ravioli with the jarred pasta sauce. That makes like 6 servings, but I think I can feed some of that to my daughter along with the salad tomorrow. I thought about it, and it's like the idea of, having to boil the ravioli up twice and save the sauce and all that jazz. It's like a commitment. So I'm gonna do that tonight, and then she'll help me eat that so that I don't have to eat it too many more times. Okay, so on to Caesar salad. I have not made Caesar salad or dressing in a long time, mostly because of food safety issues. I always made it the classic way, which involves a raw egg yolk, and that turns out really well. But I found on the internet recipes where people are using mayonnaise. I'm like, that's not right. There's no mayonnaise in that dressing. Well, then it dawned on me that if you have a raw egg yolk and olive oil and lemon, you're making mayonnaise. So I went ahead and made some of this dressing. I don't know, I've been eating it for days. And it turned out really great. So I squeezed some lemon juice, and there we go. I'm using the garlic press. When I made this the other day, I crushed the garlic in the mortar and pestle. And I don't know, it seems like kind of a lot of work, considering I don't really need too much garlic. So that was 1 big clove, a lot of which is about to go away into the trash. So if you're going to use a garlic press, it would probably generally be more like, 2 cloves of garlic. Anyway, so that's going to do it for the garlic. And then, as I said, rather than the egg yolk and all that jazz, I'm putting in some mayonnaise. And probably the key ingredient in this dressing is anchovy paste. And if you can't find anchovy paste, you can buy a tin of anchovies and then cut them up and smash them yourself. So there we go. A little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Hard to control how much of that I end up with. Lots of pepper. Some salt. Some Dijon mustard. If you don't have Dijon, you can substitute another kind of mustard. You could probably even leave it out. In the original recipe, it does call for Dijon. But again, garlic is an emulsifier, and so is the mustard. You don't really need a lot of help with the emulsion because you're starting with the mayonnaise, which basically is the emulsion for you. Okay, so there you go. Nothing too complicated about that. Then you want to use either a neutral oil or a very light olive oil. And because I think this is pretty neutral, I'm going with my inexpensive olive oil. I just don't want to like overpower it with a really strong tasting oil. It's just a matter of tasting it. It's perfect. I think it's a very forgiving recipe. You saw I didn't measure anything. I feel like I didn't have much control over the Worcestershire. Like none of that mattered. It tastes great. This is the Parmigiano Reggiano. Normally, you would put a bunch of this into the dressing with a fine grated, like I'm sitting here doing right now. And then on the top of the salad, here it is. On the top of the salad, you would garnish with sliced parmesan. Like this. So you get nice big chunks. Now I'm gonna wait and add all the cheese tomorrow so that this comes together more as a fresh salad for my daughter. I just pulled these out of my freezer. And when I buy a loaf of garlic bread, not garlic bread, French bread, I usually buy the, marked down day-old bread. And that's too much bread for me to use before it gets moldy or whatever. So I just cut some of it up, put it on a cookie sheet, put it in the oven for maybe 10 minutes to dry it out. So these are completely plain breadcrumbs or croutons. And the whole purpose of these in the salad is just to grab dressing. And then the only other ingredient that needs to go into the salad is the romaine, which I have tons of still. So, today is Friday. As I said, I've been kind of going along doing the Pantry challenge since Monday. And I'm just going to keep going with it because I have way too much food in this house. And we'll see what I end up with. So anyway, thanks for watching. Excuse me. Please remember to like the video and subscribe. See you next time. Bye-bye.